Up, What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans. I get today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Kagurabachi chapter 113. But before I get into this recap and live reaction, we're at war with YouTube's algorithm, and it is slowly but surely killing my channel. And in order to defeat this algorithmic beast, we need you to please hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep me, my adorable little Papaki, who's somewhere around here, hopefully being good kitties, and this operation, well, again, literally alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one. Feel free to hit up our Cash App, PayPal, and Coffee. Links are in the description box below, as well as the link to our Patreon where we are doing our anime live reaction content, because unlike YouTube, where we constantly have to worry about getting a copyright strike for showing anything on the screen, well, Patreon, we don't have to worry about that. So we could have our full setup of the anime and manga side by side and have the audio to boot, which is not only great for busting a botch localization or two, but it's great for when we cover anime original content like, say, Digimon Beat Break. And the more views and subscribers we get on Patreon, the more anime we'll cover. And hell, if you're a $10 Patreon member, you get to choose the series we cover as well. And there is a stacked winter anime season in full swing, in which today we're going to be covering Dead Account in Digimon. And we also cover Hell's Paradise Jigakuraku, Tune Into the Midnight Heart, Vigilante Boku no Hero Academia Legals, Oshinoko, Fire Force, Sosuno Freirin, Jujutsu Kaisen, Monosei no Slave, and there's even more on the way. So please check out our Patreon. The link is in the description box below. So, ooh, fam, we are heading into part 2 of Kagurabachi, and it looks like we're starting 20 years in the past. So let's get into this chapter, see what's in store for us today. 20 years earlier from now, quote unquote, February 18th, a giant island suddenly appears in the waters southeast of Japan. Do we have a title here? No. Okay. 34 hours prior, a record-breaking earthquake had exposed an unidentified mineral vein on the surface of the island of Chiba, located between the island and Honshu. Reacting to spiritual energy and generating immense power, this ore was soon declared one of the most vital resources to Japan as a nation. 2 years later in Tokyo, so that's it, huh? Oh! So this is how the Danseki was discovered! Alright, so and this chapter is titled Stone. Well, that makes sense. I'm glad. Okay, so this is how we're learning about the Danseki, and I'm guessing why we're getting it now, and this is why we're getting it now, is Chihiro is going to use, if there's any Danseki he has anyway, to forge the new N10. That's my guess, but we'll see. It's quite small, and just this alone's enough to raise hell in a whole town, if not more. Only if you're able to use it, that is. As we stand, even the government's completely clueless on how to control it. That's the kind of stone it is. And what kind of sorcerer would take up something like this? Right, should have realistically given 20 million more at the least. Wait, did you butt heads with any government officials? No. You sure? Because what are the stitches for, bro? Then who was it? There shouldn't be anyone else like that. They say that Hiroshima has been nothing but an uninhabited island. But no, they were there. Yes, they were. Wait, what? Even though some considered it a deserted island, talks spread fast of the government forcing through mining operations. What? And I understand their silence, at least now. Humans clearly so, yet still slightly different from the sorcerers we know. What? They were a group of hired assassins coming all the way from Shikoku. Wait, what? Shikoku? Is this about that giant island that suddenly just appeared off the coast of Hiroshima? And you're telling me there were people there? But the government said it was an island swarmed by aquatic life. Pwah! It's a cover-up, of course. Dude, what the hell? Excuse my reaction. That was just their initial assessment of the situation. The government has chosen to not reveal more information than that, of course. Simply because they don't know anything. Of course they don't. We can't go further than this. What seems to be the problem? No, it's just that we can't. Woo! by its nature, the island is cloaked in a powerful barrier. Interesting, okay. Preventing anyone from approaching beyond a certain distance. What lies within that island remains unknown. I know mofos are going to probably, because of the timing of this chapter, mofos are going to probably make some Epstein Island jokes. I fucking know it. Please don't do it. Oh, God. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, even though, like, considering if you're following me on Twitter and know what I'm covering right now, and I'm probably going to do, like, a live stream on it at some point, probably this next week. I'm not going, yeah. God, this timing. This fucking timing, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. Preventing anyone from approaching beyond a certain distance, what lies within that island remains unknown, even 2 whole years after its appearance. Yet, beings that can only be seen as human have been spotted several times throughout the coast to the island by surveying crew members, similar to the assassin I ran into. There's people emerging from the sea, but why call it a small country? Well, it's a hypothesis amongst many, but a barrier powerful and large enough to cover 1 or 2 towns, impenetrable for 2 years and allowing 0 intruders in and out? That'd be borderline impossible with just human powers alone. Simply put, they either possess powers beyond human comprehension, or it's this stone that's generating that immense energy. What's known as the Dansenki stone exists over there, and I imagine they hold a civilization advanced enough to harness and utilize the stone's energy. At this point, even I don't get it. Surely that means there's more people then? Maybe, but if that's the case, why send assassins? Do you not think for once that maybe they don't want to hand their powerful precious stone to the Japanese? Gee, I wonder. Why they need to isolate them? Shouldn't we go more like boom with it? Boom with it? Like, what the fuck, Beatrice? Because they're preparing for it. I know what they mean by that. It means like just explode it, or send a bomb on it. Bomb it. There we go. Oh my God, I'm so tired. Oh my God, this fucking scandal is killing me, man. They came from the depths of the sea. In that case, sunlight is completely new to them, and they need to train in ground forces too. For all we know, they could be conducting military exercise back there as we speak. Dude, you're making this sound like this is Atlantis or something. Oh my God, is this Japanese Atlantis? Like, that's what this is kind of giving, if you think about it, because it was raised from the sea because of an earthquake. It's like, this is like the rise of Japan's version of Atlantis. That's what I'm getting from it, especially since there's magic involved. I cannot be the only one thinking that this is Atlantis. Well, at least Japan's version of Atlantis. Preparation? Of course. For a war. Done talking? Ooh, who the hell? Guards! Wait, what? Don't move. Sorry, guess I moved. You're awfully calm, ain't ya? Damn, Shiba. Shiba just doesn't fuck around, yo. You're Shiba, Togo, hmm? In that case, I know I stand no chance. Damn it, the watching guard of the Soga clan. Sorcerer mixed with a hint of government lapdog. Dude, I fucking love how they just described Shiba. Dude, Fizz, I hope you describe Shiba like this, because I want to see this on Twitter tomorrow. Sorcerer mixed with a hint of government lapdog. That is just fucking awesome. I love that description. Sorry for the intrusion. More like you're too fast. Wait, what are you doing, Shiba-san? Late as can be, Mashiro. Wait, yeah, Mashiro. Yeah. Stepping on his neck and burning it! Oh my God, no, we're not. Dude, I have to make the joke, you know it. Shiba pulling a Derek Chauvin. Not that. He can't breathe though! Bro can't breathe! It's not a good idea to step on someone's neck. Try to arrest it! Try not to kill him, please. Otherwise we can't ask any questions. The guy is clearly onto something. Worrying about a war with the Shikoku. Hey, just let me do my job here. 2 years since the Shikoku Island emerged, they've continued their battle with one another over the ore vein at Hiroshima. Dude, that's what... Dude, you cannot tell me that Shikoku is basically Japan's Atlantis. This is Japan's island of Atlantis. That's what this is. That's what this is. Island rising from the ocean. You have mystical power going on here, and then you got the vein as well. The ore vein to boot. Like, come on. You cannot tell me that this is Japan's Atlantis. I'm probably gonna title this fucking video Japan's Island of Atlantis, because that's what this shit is. It totally is. You cannot deny it. Refusing to fight fairly instead of relying on small groups to harass us, it seems just disrupting our mining operations is plenty for them. At least for now. I'm telling you, this shit is Atlantis. Not even more... Dude, I'm so curious. I'm even more curious if this is inspired by Atlantis now. A war, preparing for the worst case scenario is our job, you know. The Donseki and the Shikoku arriving all at the same time. Without a doubt, connecting tie to be found here. But first, what to do with a stone like this? Dude, like, for those of you that are my age, like, and have watched, like, Disney's Atlantis The Lost Empire, remember the stone they were going for up in there? And the power of the stone of Atlantis that kept them all immortal, essentially? Like, that's why I'm like, dude, you cannot deny that this shit is this is Atlantis! This is goddamn Atlantis! This is freaking Atlantis the Lost Empire up in here! Oh my god! Oh my god! Like... The only difference is this Atlantis came up from the, well, you can make the argument that this is like a mixture of Disney's Atlantis mixed with, Atlantis in Yu-Gi-Oh! That we saw, because that Atlantis actually came up from the ocean. Oh my god. I swear to God, no, we're not, oh my god. Dude, I swear to God, if I start comparing this to the Orichalco stone, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. No, I'm not gonna do that. No. I swear, if we find out that this stone, like, came from the heavens, like the Orichalco stone, and that shit was what caused the destruction of this island, I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Oh my god, I will fucking lose it. I will. But anyway, Shiva here. Shiva, how's the mission? Complete. How'd the thing go over there? I didn't make it in time. Huh? I've said time and time again, that man's far too young. And besides, they're just a bunch of good-for-nothing arms dealers anyway. You can't trust a guy like that with the nation's most prized resource. We're already handling the information regarding it with utmost care as things stand. As for smithing goes, I've hired other trustworthy and skilled experts to advise us on the ore's components. There's no one better than him at this. We plan to continue research with the same team of selected experts. Even though you haven't made a single breakthrough in 2 years? Well, that's how complicated matters are. That's the state of things. End of discussion. Shiva got an idea. Understood. Well, I'll be making a little detour and returning back shortly. Understood. What's this detour? Wait, that didn't feel... A detour, huh? Oh god, Shiva, what are you planning? There's your up to no good expression again. I'm going to show this off to him. Oh, here we go. The Seidan War arc starts! Yes! A swordsmith in the process of forging Kishige in his youth. Okay, so... I want you guys to understand this, okay? Going into this, because, again, this is a flashback arc. Something that's important with flashback arcs, we're going to pay extra close attention to these little things. Because they are going to play a huge role, especially with what's happening with Chihiro. Because these elements are going to probably come into play in terms of Chihiro forging his own path with his Enten. Or at least I hope so. And also something that tends to happen is we see like, as the saying goes, history is doomed to repeat itself. We see it kind of like how the events of the past influence the future kind of thing. We're going to see that here. So this is going to be very, very important. I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually happy that Hokuzono is kicking off the second part with this. I think this is really important. As I said, getting the origin of the enchanted blades, especially since the end of part 1 is part 1 concluded with the start of Chihiro forging his own path, forging the Enten, forging the Enten, so to speak. Like, this is the best way to kick off part 2. It is. I'm very, very happy with this. I know some people are probably pissed off about it, but no, I think this is the best way to kick off part 2. I really do. I'm very excited to see, I'm very excited to see, actually, because remember what we've heard I think it was Chihiro who said it, or maybe even Shiba, someone said it, about how, I think it was Chihiro, that forging the Enten with Chihiro was like his light getting out of the, because Rokuhiro was like stuck in this darkness, especially after forging the enchanted blades, and that Chihiro was like that light to help him get through the darkness. I hope that we're actually going to see this happen. We're going to see it like how it happened from Rokuhiro's perspective. I think that will be really, one, it'll be really powerful to see, and two, it will kind of like be a really good way to kind of get an idea of what Chihiro's going to be facing in his test. But let me know we might even see like a really cool transition of Rokuhiro, like the spirit of Rokuhiro, like jumping into Chihiro's path or something as he's forging the blade. That'd be very interesting. But let me know what you guys think. Like, to me, this is some Atlantis shit, okay? This is totally Atlantis down. I'm very curious what you guys think. Are you guys getting the sense of Atlantis like I am? Also, something I am hoping that we're going to see in this arc. I'm hoping we're going to see how Rokuhiro met his waifu. We need to see that. We need to see this as well. We need to see like how everything went down. Because I feel like, especially with how waifu disappeared, I think that probably contributed even more to the darkness that he was stuck in. So I'm really hoping we're gonna get that too, because I don't think we even know if Chihiro's mama is still alive. I thought she was dead, but like, I could be wrong. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Kagurabachi content. A few ways you could do that. Donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, Coffee. Purchase something off our Amazon wish list. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Find us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.